I think in that first conversation we did joke about collaborating.
Yeah.
It kind of was inevitable that sooner or later we'd start sort of playing together and borrowing ideas from each other and seeing what happened.
We met at our, I think it was my first solo show.
And it was
Yeah.
possibly my first as well, or second.
Yeah.
So we're both quite new to the gallery. I guess the best way to describe our collaboration is a bit of a game of tag. I don't necessarily know what's going to come back to me from Mylyn, and she certainly has no idea what I'm going to give to her.
I treat the pieces that Todd gives me like I treat with the other objects that I find and play around with. I wait until they speak to me, and so once they speak to me I can then adorn them.
There's this story in my head when I'm modelling that there's this little boy and he runs away into the forest and he gets really scared by this bear, but then he realises that the bear's just as scared of him. They test the waters and then they get to know each other, and suddenly they realise they've got a lot in common and they become quite good friends and support for each other, and that's how the boy gets out of the woods.
I mean, working with Todd's pieces, it's always this kind of thing where I'm sitting there and thinking, where is he going? What is he doing? Where is he going? And it's this stretch of the imagination, and he's helping me stretch the world that this little girl lives in. It's almost like every single time my character meets these bears or the boy, it's like, oh my God, you're here. You're in this little scene right here. I think the girl's trying to help him and he is also trying to help her. They meet each other exactly the same time and the place that they need to meet each other for exactly the amount of time that they do need to meet each other. They don't stay together. They don't need to stay together. I think the next step for our collaboration would be animation.
If we were to animate together, I think what would be nice is that we would infuse the hand-drawn elements of my world and those quirky, unique objects of your world into one piece. I mean, is it fair to say you're a bit of a closet drawer?
Yes.
Yeah, to pull
Yes.
those sketches. She's an amazing sketcher and no one ever gets to see them. And to actually pull them out through animation and dissect them would be pretty exciting.
I can't wait to actually see all of them together, because it's going to tell a really surprising story.